Ruslan.
If I'm honest with you, I am not a big fan of they. Not that I'm not a fan of they. I'm not a fan of when people are always talking about they want to get you and they want to tear your life down and they are out with an agenda to destroy the world. But, ladies and gentlemen, it seems like we finally have figured out exactly who they are. Now, this might not be news to some of you guys, but it's definitely fascinating nonetheless. So check this out. This is from a recent interview with Valuetainment and Tulsi Gabbard, and there are some bombshells that are revealed about who they are. And again, some of you guys probably know this, but I wanted to bring it to the rest of us who don't know this. Check this out. Buckle up. This is
Had your kids, had your wife.
Explicit.
Here we go.
How powerful their voice can be.
You know, just in case you guys are looking to buy some gifts for some friends, this is the latest swimwear from Adidas. If you want to open it up,
girl.
If you want to zoom in a little bit, Rob. That kind of sounded bad. I'm so sorry, guys.
Why is Adidas selling this? Why is there a biologically born male in this suit by Adidas? We're going to get there. All right?
I'm not trying to be funny, but that's a little weird. Okay, I don't care what.
Very weird.
It's a little weird. Okay, for them to try to normalize this is extremely weird. But you know what this does to them?
It says home women clothing.
All of this talk of the agenda and we're going to get to the bottom of it right now. Watch what's revealed here.
Yep. Do you know what this does to them? This increases their CEI score, their ESG score.
Right.
Their CEI score and their ESG score. What is this? Oh, this is who they are.
CEI is a form of a DI. You know, DI is what? Diversity, equity, inclusive, the whole thing. CEI is Corporate Equality Index.
Corporate Equality Index. Interesting.
Ones that give the scores to them is a company called HRC. HRC stands for Human Rights
Hillary
Campaign.
Rodham Clinton. Oh,
HRC is Human Rights Campaign. Here's the crazy part. You ready for this?
Yeah.
They got started in '84. You know who funds Human Rights Campaign?
George Soros.
It's
This sounds to my guy Adam Sauce, but he's right.
funded by Open Society Foundation.
Okay.
Do you know who runs Open Society Foundation?
George Soros.
George Soros.
Oh, so yeah, there we go.
Yeah, literally. And they come to your company and they measure the score. Only 20 companies have a perfect score of 100. And they'll come back and say, here's what you need to do to improve. They have a whole structure, by the way. Workforce protection, 5 points possible. No discrimination.
This is called the woke.
Guys, this is not something that is private. This is not a conspiracy. This is out in the open. These scores are given out to companies, and based on the scores, companies will invest more money into them. Big companies like BlackRock.
Yeah, it's called the woke rating. Rob,
That's not a joke, though?
This is as sincere as real as it gets. Rob, I'm going to send this to your computer. But this is exactly how they are scoring different companies. Workforce protection, that gives you 5 points. Inclusive benefits, 50 points. Criteria here.
I wonder what inclusive benefits means. You guys think inclusive benefits means the ability to delete your babies at will, or to fund people to go across state to delete their babies at will as an elective procedure? Huh. Is it means that the health services provided to people that believe they're born in the wrong body and you have to pay for that transition? Is that what that means? Yep.
Includes providing health care for same-sex couples, supporting an inclusive culture, 25 possible points, including gender-neutral dress codes, and trans-inclusive restroom facilities policies. Number 4 is corporate social responsibility. You get 20 points. Marketing or advertising to LGBTQ consumers, which include Nike and Bud Light's use of transgender spokesperson Dylan Mulvaney. That's
aha! So this is why we're seeing all the goofy stuff coming out from some of the biggest corporations. You mean to tell me there's a score called the Corporate Equality Index, and the higher you score on this metric, the more investment dollars you get? Wow.
It's crazy. And then number 5 is responsible citizenship, 25 points deducted if a company gives money to organizations whose primary mission includes advocacy against LGBTQ organizations.
So if you give towards organizations that are against it, you get deducted 25 points.
Which is not defined, but could include Christian groups.
Wow.
So if you give to Christian groups who are anti-LGTV, you're getting deducted points.
Wow.
Inside the CEI system, pushing brands to endorse celebs like Dalen Mulvaney. I don't ever say that name. All right. Executive of companies like Nike, Anheuser-Busch, Kate Spade, whose brand endorsements have turned controversial Transformers influencers into today's woke it girl, aren't just virtue signaling. They're handing out lucrative deals to what were once considered fringe celebrities because they have to, or risk failing all-important social credit score that could make or break their businesses. At stake is their Corporate Equality Index, or CEI score, which is overseen by the Human Rights Campaign, the largest LGBT political lobbying group in the world. HRC, which has received millions from George Soros' Open Society Foundation, among other, issues report cards for America's biggest corporations via the CEI, awarding or subtracting points for how well companies adhere to what HRC calls rating criteria. Businesses that attain maximum 100 total points earn the coveted best place to work for LGTB equality. 15 of the top 20 Fortune-ranked companies received 100% ratings, according to HRC data. More than 840 companies racked up the CEI scores, according to the latest report. And again, this is the graphic that he showed there. The main categories: inclusive benefits, so on and so forth, right? And so if you wonder why this stuff is happening, this is why. As a result, some American CEOs are more concerned about pleasing BlackRock, Vanguard, and State Street Bank, who are among the top shareholders of most American publicly traded corporations, including Nike, Anheuser-Busch, and Kate Spade, than there are about irritating conservatives. His first veto, President Joe Biden last month rejected a GOP-backed bill that sought to block ESG investing, especially in pension funds, where critics say American retirement funds will be sacrificed to a radical left-wing agenda. Who needs the Illuminati when the ESG and the CEI scores are out in the open, funding the stuff that is getting pushed today? I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think about this stuff? Of course. But to me, this is a testament to us getting behind companies that do support the values that we have. Right? That's what this is. So it's like, yeah, I think at times pull back from companies you don't agree with. But I think the flip side is invest and partner with the companies you do agree with. Right? So if we're talking about what companies do I agree with, I think there's whether that's supporting businesses, whether that's right getting behind the stuff you do agree with. And here's the deal. And I think as this keeps getting built out, I think there's a massive opportunity for two companies. One, companies that are just neutral and aren't getting involved in all this stuff. And two, companies that are actually aligned with my values, right? This is why the Daily Wire has their own razor company, their own chocolate company. All their own companies are starting out as responses to Jerry's Razors and Jerry's Chocolate, all these different things. They're responding to it. And so it's like, if they're aligned with your values, support them, right? This is why I think it's important to support Christian creators and support Christian media. Because if you're supporting and putting your money where that stuff actually values you and isn't hostile towards your faith, guess what? Eventually there'll be more products made, right? Like I got a friend of mine, I can't say who he is, but let's just say he's a professional athlete that you guys have all heard about. And because of the stuff that's happening with Nike, he's pulling together his resources and pulling together some investors, and he's creating an entire fitness brand, right? I'm going to be going in July, going to the launch of it. Because he's one athlete in the entire sport that he's a part of, and he's starting a brand, right? A fitness brand. Pretty crazy, right? If you want to go to extra mile and support us, meaning see more personalities, see more shows get launched, all that kind of stuff. And ultimately, keep us answering only to you and staying independent. Consider becoming a premium partner for as little as $5 a month. Get the after party replays of these streams completely unedited, access to our podcast, all that good stuff for $5 a month. Keep us independent, answering only to you, and never having to take a brand deal and make goofy commercials like these.
Our friends at Genucel Skincare have exciting news to celebrate in 2023.
Using Manscaped during my showers after workout has given me much more confidence.
And that's where Mudwater comes in.
True Classic has got your back.
All thanks to the sponsor of today's video, SayMine.com.
Established Titles is your opportunity to earn the title of Laird or Lady. Subject to credit approval, rates range from 7.99% APR to 19.99% APR, included 0.50% auto pay discount.
If you don't want us to make ads with brands you don't care about, sign up for our online community for as little as $5 a month to keep us independent and ultimately answering to you as our boss. You get all sorts of benefits like daily replays of our after party streams, exclusive access to our Discord community, and early access to our podcast interviews, all starting for only $5 a month.